You are now listening to the Bickering Brothers podcast.
It's the Bickering Brothers podcast, episode 3. My name is Akhil.
And it's your boy Sephus. We're glad to have you back.
Come on. That's it? That's all you're going to give them? I thought you were going to go for a whole song.
I didn't think we were being serious. Nah, I ain't.
We're as soon as I say it's Bickering Brothers podcast, episode 3, we going serious, baby.
We gonna make this merch
I can't sing though, so I was hoping that you were gonna kind of carry this.
We're gonna make the merch man song go platinum.
Go, say it right now.
We're gonna do it. You wanna start it over?
No, just keep going right from here. Right, we go.
Said merch man, yeah, that's me.
Said merch man, yeah, that's me.
Says merch man, yeah, that's C.
Okay, I fucked it up. Anyways,
Yeah,
whatever.
that beat was,
by the way, my name's Akhil. That's Sephus. We got a full house today. We got Hamza.
Yup.
Say hi.
Yeah.
Okay, we got Josh.
Hello.
I'm telling you that testosterone, bro. You got no testosterone.
Hello. Yeah,
And
Josh
we
had
got
a great fight.
Lacey. Yes.
All right, can we do that one more time? Because
Why?
I feel like everybody that just did it exactly how they did it the last time. Can we get more character?
Some enthusiasm.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man.
Can they know who you are without knowing who you are?
Yeah, you know what? How about this? Make some sort of sound effect, some sort of expression, a sentence to explain who you are,
Yes.
Hamza.
Ooh,
Yo, what
elevator.
to do? It's your boy ASAP Ziggy. Follow me on Twitter, Balenciaga.
See, I
He
like
said, follow
that.
me at Balenciaga.
Yeah, I don't know.
No. Sorry. Balenciaga with an H after the G because it's my last name, bro.
Ooh,
Come on.
Balenciaga.
Yo,
Balenciaga.
Gary
I see that.
Sanderson
I
on
like
the
it.
mic.
I
Whoa,
like
whoa,
this.
again. Go ahead.
You keep interrupting me.
I'm sorry.
My
It's your
bad.
boy Gary Sanderson on the mic, yo. What it do? I'm about to spit some hot bars, freestyling. You heard?
He's Garrett Sanderson.
Yeah, it's me. Nothing to promote. Nothing to promote except for Daenerys is the one true queen. Thanks.
That's a fact.
Oh, God.
That's a fact.
Real quick.
Garrett Sanderson was my favorite one.
I talked to Lacey about this because Lacey is the only one that's still like, comments, likes, shares all stuff. Game of Thrones still on Instagram. And it bothers me because I think that season 8 in total ruined the entire show for me. Like, I was so upset at season 8 that I deleted all of the actors on Instagram. I just deleted that entire just show in my head. She's like, oh,
I'm over it.
You're over it too,
Yeah,
right?
I'm over
Because
it.
the show just fucked it up.
I love the show, but the last season fucked it up for me. I was not with it.
I don't want to remember
After
that
Daenerys
show.
went like
I know.
full Hitler, I
Lacey
wasn't with
just
the
staring
shit.
at us.
But
just
I know,
waiting,
yeah, she's holding the
timing.
mic. She's like, what you gotta say, Lacey?
She's
What
like,
you
I got
say?
something for y'all.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Lacey.
Boy.
That's all? All right, that's
Boy.
it. That's it.
All she just gave me one of those. Yeah.
That said a million things. All
went
at once.
into
She didn't
my
have to
soul,
say
you
anything.
know what I'm
All
saying?
this itself
That's it.
screamed a million
Yeah.
words.
I feel you, Lace. I'm sorry.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry.
Hey, look, we're grateful for our entire full house being here.
Yes.
These guys are amazing.
It's always a fun time when the homies around.
Yes. So, Cephas, what's going on, bro?
Bruh, same shit, different day, bruh.
I haven't
You already know.
spoke to you since last episode, which is really bad because I don't want
That
to
is
turn our
true.
friendship into just like a business relationship. You know? How come you don't hit me up
Boy,
anymore?
I know where you live, dog.
That sounds like a threat.
It can never just be a business related. No, but I mean, we knew each other way before we started doing this, so it's
Yeah,
not
I
even
know.
anything. I just been dealing with a bunch of personal stuff, so
You want to
know.
go over it or not? Fuck that.
Nah, not at this
fuck that.
point. I
Yeah,
mean,
fuck it.
I'll just let everybody else know, like on the team, but everybody on the ones and twos, I guess, watching the episode will find out
Yeah,
sooner or later.
eventually. Okay, that's
Yeah,
good.
we here. How was your weekend, dog?
It was good. I didn't do much. I haven't been doing much for the past 2 weeks because I've been trying to save money aggressively. I know this sounds like a broken record now, but like I'm trying to move out and I'm waiting for you to give me the okay to be like, yo, start looking up places and I'll look them up. Yo, Facebook Marketplace comes in handy, son. I'm just saying.
Actually-
I'm just saying. Trulia, Zulia, Zillow, all these different places. I know, I'm just made up that.
Oh, okay. I was like, yeah, you bullshitting on that one, bro. Julia.
And
Julia. You know I never make a
Homes.com.
fool of you. Head ass.
But yeah, all these places
Nah.
they don't give me anything good, but ironically enough, Facebook Marketplace is the place that gives me the best places.
Yeah.
All the
Back
time.
to your whole thing about saving, though. This
Yeah.
girl just told me about some shit called like the 52-week challenge.
Okay.
And I was like, I might look into that. So what you do is every week you put the amount of money synonymous to that week number, right? So week 1 you would put $1 in. Week 2 you put $2 in. Week 50 you put $50 in.
Okay.
Does he say 52-week challenge?
Yeah.
So it's not like a year challenge?
Yeah, why did she say, I was thinking that.
No,
I was
but
like, why did she just say 1 year challenge?
Because
I think it's
52
because it's a
weeks.
week by week basis.
Because it's a week. Because you're putting money
Years a
in.
week by week basis.
Yeah, but you can't just say
Should
the
just call it the
1
week by week challenge.
No, it's 52 weeks because you're putting in money synonymous to that week. If you just say the
She's
1
like-
year challenge,
She's like the 365-day challenge. Like,
yeah, like time out. I'm about to flip it on his head though. Why did that offend Josh so much, right? Like,
Yeah, right.
Why did Josh and Lacey feel the need to say, why is it weeks? Why it can't be years? You know what I'm saying? Why did you guys get so triggered though?
I'm not
I mean-
triggered. I'm like, I don't know. Like, I would just say a year is a year.
See, but why you trying to consolidate it?
I'm not trying to consolidate.
something
like,
traumatic
we know-
happened
Yeah,
to
you know what I'm
Josh for him
saying?
to be worried about it being a week by week
and it
basis.
definitely happened on the 52nd week. That's
I
why
think
you
he
don't
too
like
jealous.
it.
He's like, damn, she's actually
Just like,
saving.
I don't know. Like,
Why he said it.
you don't call a foot long like a 12-inch long. Like you don't do that. Like let me get a 12-inch.
I mean, you don't, but like,
you don't call a 6-inch or a half a foot long.
Right. You know what? Shut up, guys.
I mean, I guess
we wanted them to
but
be on the podcast.
I don't know
Now
why
they're
we
talking
thought that was a good
bullshit.
idea. You're putting in money on a weekly basis, so
All right.
why would you
Was it
refer
successful?
to it?
Was it successful? Is the main thing. Was it successful?
Was
Did
it
she-
successful?
Was she able to save a lot of money?
Well, she has. She said
Okay.
she's up to like $1,300.
Oh, that's nice. Technically, should have like what, a 6-month emergency savings fund, just in case. Like if you lose your job or whatever, you're always supposed to have at least
Okay,
6 months.
this little mason jar challenge is not for. Look at me, everybody. This little mason jar challenge is not for you that want to move out. This is not for you people that want to, quit your job. This is for if you want to, buy a new camera.
Yeah, right.
Go
Yeah.
to California.
Yeah.
This ain't for no big goals. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
I mean, it can, but let's make it like a 52 times 2 week challenge.
Right, exactly, yeah.
Let's just make it a 2-year challenge. Lacey doesn't like that one either.
She don't like
Yeah,
it.
she don't like
She's
that
like,
one
she's like,
either.
I'm not feeling this whole week. Just don't even say the word week.
But you sound like one of those mothers whose child is 2 years old, and you're like, yeah, he's 24 months.
Okay.
That's exactly what you sound like.
Okay, I definitely agree with her on that
I
point
think this
because I've
podcast
always
episode's gonna
asked
turn
people.
into just attacking Lacey.
No, I've always asked people like, why do people say, yeah, my baby's like 17 months, or why is my baby 12? So that's a great point.
Maybe
I definitely
because it's
understand
too much
that.
for them to think of like saying 1 year and 5 months.
That
Whatever.
shit pisses me off. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, my baby, he was 12 months. Like, motherfucker.
Just say a year. Just say
So I
a
get
year.
it. You know what? I get it.
Anyways, yeah. Well, now you guys are introduced to our delinquent team members.
Yeah,
They're great. We love them.
they're not.
But we argue about the dumbest things here. All right. So, anyways, okay. So let's move on to the first topic, Cephas, that I want to talk about. So, this past Friday was a climate strike that I didn't know was happening, and
know it was a thing.
I was not. I work in New York. I work in Midtown. There was no way in hell that I was gonna go downtown to go check this place out.
They should have told me, bro. I could have left work
Can you
early.
imagine ordering your Uber? That shit says like $42 just to go down the street. No way.
I'll
No
walk.
way.
I'll walk.
But I think Hamza could pull up like a quick picture of like what the aerial shot looks like. It looks pretty crazy though, I'm not gonna lie.
Bro.
That's a lot of. So this climate strike took place Friday in New York City at Battery Park, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. But it's a shitload of people.
Where's Battery Park? In the city?
I don't know. Lacey's like a New York City connoisseur. I don't know. Lacey, where's Battery Park? Downtown. Okay, downtown. That's all it is. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, there was this climate strike that went on. A bunch of kids, even parents. Parents took off on work. A lot of students skipped school to go for this, strike to make climate change more aware to the public.
Right.
This thing is not just going on in New York City. It's actually going on in Australia, Philippines, Belgium, Seattle as well. Particularly in Seattle, there was like in Seattle. Yeah. What?
No, because you said like countries and then you said Seattle.
I know,
The
it was
city.
random.
threw me
It was
off.
super random.
It threw me off.
Blame
But-
ABC News. Okay. Plug ABC News at the bottom. But yeah, I mean, all these kids are going out and kids are having climate anxiety. Have you heard of this before? Where they're legit scared to bring kids into the future, like bringing their children into the future. because of all the pollution that's going on in the
I
world and
have
stuff like that.
regular anxiety, but like
Yeah,
I
there's
ain't
a
never
new
heard
level
of-
of anxiety
I
that
ain't never
people are
heard
facing.
of
Is
climate.
climate
It's you said,
anxiety.
say it again. You said it's fear of.
Oh, fear of like kids and
Or you're
mainly like millennials, like kids, teenagers are scared to bring their children into the world in the future because of pollution and bad air quality and stuff like that and what's going on in the world. This is what I think.
Yeah.
I just think climate strikes. I think strikes in general don't really do much. I mean, it does bring awareness to a lot of people, but you skipping school and you getting off of work to go walk amongst thousands of people with signs up doesn't really do anything.
With you 110%. I'm with
You
you
know?
that this doesn't really make a difference. And well, not to say that.
Wait, can I pause you guys
start
on that? Because that does make a difference. If you don't raise the
Yeah,
awareness
bro.
to begin with, right? Because
Then
there's
no one's gonna know about
yeah,
it.
no one's gonna. But when I saw this, right? I mean, I've always known there's like an issue with the climate and everything, climate change, all that. But when I saw that, I'm like, damn, like people are really taking this serious. I need to be like just as serious.
But do you- but-
and I do my best to like take trash out if I see something. Like
Right.
I'll recycle it, whatever. I do my best.
But
See,
has-
that's not even the point.
can you
It's
give
not
me
even
like
the
some
point.
analytics on like these strikes in general actually do make a huge change? Like them doing this
see-
has triggered people to actually go out and do something and make a change.
Well, you can't make analytics right now because this happened on what you said Friday.
I'm just saying in
You
general, and
can't-
strikes in general.
So these would be considered a corrective action, right? Or a preventative action, so to speak, because
Right.
you don't want to die
Right.
because of like global warming and so to speak. So you can see how we progress from 2019 to 2020, whatever. You can take trend statistics of pollution or the hole in the ozone layer that we like to talk about a lot.
Right.
Similar to like, I don't know, civil rights protest or abortion protest. You can look at the statistics as to what these people are fighting for and use that as your trend to see
Hey,
fits.
another question is like, do you think that they would have to like keep this ongoing, like do it constantly? Because I feel like people are gonna forget after like a week.
The strikes, no. People don't need to be missing work to go and stand up and do strikes, but
It's like a Friday thing.
constantly talking about it, like
Right.
you know me, I'm a huge advocate. Anything race-based, anything like African-American racism, anything, I'm on top of it because I feel like that's a conversation that we constantly need to have.
Right.
I like to say we are the United States of anxiety, right? We're always scared about what's going to happen next. So much so that we don't even live in the moment anymore.
Right.
School shootings will happen. We're on to the next thing because tomorrow something new is going to happen. So what I feel like we need to do is consistently talk about these things to make sure that these things are not going away. They're not falling through the gaps,
I think one of the biggest things here is that it's the surface level, right? Is like cleaning up, recycling,
Right.
doing your part. Like I think we're all aware of that by now,
Exactly.
but
Right,
I
of
think
course.
the bigger picture and the awareness that they're trying to raise is that we literally have an administration in office right now that doesn't acknowledge climate change as a
Exactly.
real problem.
Yeah.
Right, and them going out and doing this
And
is to
saying
kind of
like, hey, we need to do something.
Right.
Not
And
because constantly the administration is rolling back the EPA, the person that's the front man or I don't know who it is now, but
Right.
the person that's the front face of the EPA is just constantly rolling back all of these, rules and regulations
Yeah.
that were put in place, but for what reason?
Right, exactly.
To benefit themselves, and it puts the planet at risk,
Right.
and they're
Right.
going to be dead by the time that we have to face it.
Exactly.
That's
And
the
that's
big
what they're
thing.
trying to acknowledge. They're
That's
trying
the
to
big
just
thing.
make everybody aware.
Right.
That's the big
So
thing.
it's on the news, right? You hear there's a strike. Why is there a strike? Climate change.
Exactly.
But what about it?
It gets people
Yeah.
talking, especially when this amount of people show up to one secluded location. It shows that, okay, this isn't just like 100 Twitter trolls that are talking about climate change. These are not only 10-year-old children, but these are like 46-year-old men that are
Yeah.
also still fighting for the same cause. It opens politicians' eyes to say, okay, maybe this isn't just bullshit.
I'm not surprised, but it also shows how like selfish Americans are because like Lacey just said, it's like the people that are in office that should be caring don't really care because they're gonna die by the time like nothing really happens, so like they don't care about this stuff. They're gonna leave this earth in like 20, 30
realistically,
years,
we're gonna die.
But
We're gonna die
we
before
are,
any
their
of this.
kids are.
That's what
what
you're
they should be
thinking
thinking
about,
about
right.
is you might not get affected, but be a little selfless. your kids are going to get affected.
That's true.
Your kids are going to get affected.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that.
It's more about these climate strikes that I kind of wanted to touch on. The fact that a little 15-year-old girl at the time, I think her name was Greta Thunberg, the little Swedish little girl, skipped school to go and sit in front of.
Oh yeah, I saw this video.
To go
yeah,
and
I saw this video.
No, it's a picture.
This
To go
picture
No, but I
of,
saw the video of
Oh,
like
her
her.
and-
Yeah,
yeah.
her
That's
talking.
young Greta.
Right, that's
The
young
young
Greta.
Greta.
So
Yeah.
She was sitting in front of the.
Oh, she's so smart.
In front of the U.S. Parliament with a sign that said "Stronger Climate Action." A little 15-year-old girl. If anything's gonna make you wake up and say, "Okay, we need to make
Yo.
a change," is a girl that's probably a sophomore in high school.
You guys don't know this reference, but like she reminded me of like that Game of Thrones. You know what I'm talking about? The little girl that takes
Little
over her
Bear?
house. Little Bear? Yeah,
Bear.
the house bear. Like she just sounded so smart and like
Leanna
Not-
Mormont.
Leanna Mormont. Yeah, she reminded me of her. She was super dope and super smart.
Yeah.
And when I say video, I saw that video of her talking about climate change and why it's so important.
And it's awesome to me
she
because she didn't do it in a time where it was a social media fad. You know what I mean? That's really commendable, dude.
I think that's amazing.
I have faith in the next generation. You know,
Yeah.
the ones that aren't doing, jewels and all that. But
Yeah, I think the main thing they want to do is just push away, transition away from carbon emissions and stuff like that. And you know what? I hope so, man, because I want my kids to live in a safe and healthy environment.
yeah, too bad the politicians around you probably don't.
They
Which
don't.
will bring us up to our next topic.
Yeah,
Your
yo,
boy
seriously,
Justin. Your
of
boy
a
Justin.
person like Justin Trudeau, he's one person that claims to be pushing for climate change, but is doing the exact opposite. But there's other news regarding Justin Trudeau and why we're bringing him up today in this episode. Justin Trudeau is obviously, like I just said, Canada's prime minister.
Right.
Re-election is in about a week or about 10 days
For Canada?
for Canada.
Why do we care about that, by the way?
Why do we care about Canada?
Like, why is that just on our news stations? Like, why do we care about Justin Trudeau?
He's pushing for this $1 billion Trans Mountain oil pipeline that he's
Okay.
building from Alberta to British Columbia, right, Canada. And this is to profit more off of the oil production for Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
And Saudi Arabia is a good friend of America, but we're closely going into war with Iran. Iran and Yemen troops have attacked Saudi Arabia oil fields, which affects us because that affects our gas prices, that affects our oil production and stuff like that. So in a way, some of the things that Justin Trudeau is doing and he's partnering and allying with does affect America as a whole and affects the global as a whole.
Yeah.
So anyway, Justin Trudeau is on the news because he's up for re-election in about a week. Probably the most inconvenient, but for us probably the most convenient, and for other Canadians the most convenient time, is that he was caught with blackface. The first photo that surfaced was brown face, and as you can see on the screen right here, he was actually in a 2001 Arabian night party while teaching at this Vancouver private school, and he went all out, man. He was dedicated to wear this Aladdin costume and actually going all. Actually, is blackface even the right term? I mean, this man got the neck full. He got the hand. You guys can't probably see it, but we'll pull up a picture. But he got the hand going, he got the neck, and he got the entire face. This man's dedicated. This man doesn't even look like Aladdin. He looks like if Aladdin wore blackface. But this is the first photo. So what happened was he went, I think he was on like a plane or something, and he confessed to it. He said, yes, this is what happened. This was this moment. And just to save myself, there was actually another moment where I wore face painting for blackface, and this was the second time. So he came out with that, and that second time was actually him wearing blackface for a high school talent show. He sang the Banana Boat song, or Deo, a Jamaican folk tune made by the black singer Harry Belafonte. But after that interview or whatever press conference, there came out a third instance of blackface, and there was a video that came out this time, and of Trudeau, I think somewhere, some stadium or whatever, he's in the stands. This is a pattern of behavior. This is something that he's done 3 times that were caught on tape. How many times has he done this off of tape that we don't know about?
We all know that blackface is not good. It's not appropriate to do, right?
No,
we understand.
absolutely
We
not.
understand that it's offensive, right?
Yes.
So why in the absolute fuck, right? In 2019, would I have to look at 3 different examples of you in the 90s wearing blackface? Even in the 90s, or when did you say this was? 2001?
This is 2001.
2001. I guarantee you, if anybody was seen walking on the street with blackface, they would get knocked the fuck out. The fact that he's going to try to jump in front of the story and say, well, you guys got this one, let me just show you more, is not going to lighten the load for this guy. The fact that in 2001, this is a guy that's still qualified to run for office in 2019, we still have people wearing blackface. So then I pose the question to everybody that's watching, do we actually understand that blackface is not cool? Do we actually understand why blackface is not cool? For you to go out and use that and perpetuate that as you being a black person is very offensive. That's why I can't even really laugh when I'm seeing something like this, because it really saddens me.
It does.
The fact that in 2019, somebody can just say, my bad, I didn't know, but here are other pictures that I used back in the day. Right. I don't care, bro. To be honest with you, that does not make me want to forgive you.
Right.
Because you were just trying to get in front of it. Why? Not because you were upset, not because you were actually regretful of the actions that you did, but because you're running for office.
And you were scared that people were going to find out, so you were trying to
you're trying to get in front of it, and I can see through all that bullshit. And like I said, I'm going to just end this rant now, but it's just sad. You know what I mean? It's really just sad that our politicians, our leaders, still can't get over this.
Another thing is, these videos were always online. They just found them now. So another big question is, anytime you go for office, especially going for prime minister, the office or Congress will, I don't know what they have over there in Canada, but they will immediately ask you first,
Parliament, I think.
What do you have that we know about now before you run for office?
Bro, they're not going to talk about that. And even if they do talk about that, even if they do talk about that, their higher ups are not going to put that on ABC. They're going to keep that in the pocket just in case. For example, Antonio Brown, right?
Why would they hire
This
people?
isn't a topic we're going to talk about, but Antonio Brown, the Raiders knew about those sexual assault allegations.
Oh, yeah.
Before they even let him go to the
Patriots. Under the radar.
Exactly. That's the same thing they do with fucking politicians, and it blows my mind that you can still come out and have your job by saying that you did this in 2001.
But why even bring somebody on that they know has a lot of backlash hiding
It's a
behind
politic game.
Why would I, if I knew you had all that stuff, despite you being a good...
I'm Antonio Brown.
Right.
I can put asses in your seats, and I can fill all of your seats.
Right.
US.
This is obviously a big crime that's going on in Canada, but there's also a crime that's going on currently in America. And it's
got that kickback. When they kick back, you can't get your shit back. Hey, boy, I couldn't wait till we got to this.
So America's going through its own little crime. Hip hop is going through its own little crime. Not that majority of the hip hop community really cares about this individual, but Tekashi 6ix9ine, aka 6ix9ine, aka Treyway, aka Fifi, all these different things.
You already know. Stupid.
Yeah. If anybody doesn't know, Mr. Treyway himself, Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Yeah, boy, that's my spirit animal, dog. That's my role model.
And I'll be
Free
completely
Tekashi,
honest,
bro.
I'll be completely honest with you guys. I don't care about this individual, nor did I really like his music, other than for Fifi. But I've been following this very closely because it is very interesting, and it could be good enough and spicy enough to become a documentary. So that's why I've been following.
Deadass, bro. Do you know what they took away from us? They took away the fastest rapper that we know.
What do you mean? Oh, fastest growing rapper. Oh,
No.
Oh, just fastest running?
I mean the fastest running rapper.
Oh,
Insert that clip right there, boy. You're stupid.
Oh, yeah,
Ain't
him running through the hotel?
Nobody keeping up with my man Tekashi, boy. You saw how he was tying his shoes? He was like, niggas be talking about I ain't the fastest rapper in the motherfucking game. Then he just takes off. Nope, come on.
But anyways, yeah, so there's like a whole thing going on with 6ix9ine where there's a lot of memes going on Twitter,
Bruh.
which we're definitely going to get into. I think
Please.
majority of this segment alone is going to be going into 6ix9ine's memes of him going on trial and ratting out possibly everybody that has been associated to this racketeering charge. That could be all of the people from Treyway. That could be all of the people from whatever his 9 Trey. He pulled out. He said Trippie Redd's name. He said Nicki Minaj's name. He said not Nicki Minaj. Sorry, Cardi B's name.
Yeah.
He said all these different people.
Tekashi has been on a federal trial for racketeering, as we all know. He's gone through 2 separate trial dates, testimonial dates, the prosecutor and his defense attorney were gonna cross-examine him. This 3rd testimony, though, boy.
You're talking about the 3rd day, you mean?
The 3rd day. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. These were over 3 days, not 3 separate.
It's still going on, by the way.
3 days. It's still going on.
It's like a 2-week process.
Right, but the 3rd day is what kind of got everybody talking.
But I will say, I've been learning a lot as these testimonies have been going on. Like every
About
day.
what?
No, like just like the 2nd day alone, he ratted out 90% of all the people he was associated with.
Yeah.
Third day was a kidnapping video that he put
The
out.
third day is when he started talking about Cardi B and Jim Jones. Is when he started talking
He
about all
called
the
Jim Jones a
celebrities.
retired rapper.
No. The way they posed the question to him, right? They
He
were like,
just put out an album earlier today.
they said,
earlier
"Is
this year.
Jim Jones?" They were like, "Is Jim Jones a 9 Trey Gangsta Blood?" He said, "Yes."
No,
Like,
no,
who
they were
is
like,
Jim Jones?
Yeah, they're like, who's Jim Jones? He's like,
He's
like
a
some
retired rapper.
But yeah, he's part of the 9 Trey Bloods or whatever.
Like what? Then they asked him about Cardi B. They were like, "Did you know that Cardi B was a part of the 9 Trey Bloods?" He was like, "Yes."
So, so the funny thing about all of this is like, yo, you know, people are clowning him for like putting all these people businesses out. It's like, yo, but he's on a testimony. He has to tell the truth. He
Okay,
cannot
but he's
lie
not. But
a
he's
second
But he is lying. That's the thing.
about the Cardi B thing.
The Cardi B thing, the Jim Jones thing, probably. He's probably lying. If you could lie
How
about
do
one
we
thing, you could
know?
lie about.
How do we know?
Bro,
How do we know?
He's snitching on everybody in
How
their
do we
grand.
know?
You know why I know? Because a skinny little dude like Tekashi 6ix9ine is not trying to do 47 years in the federal penitentiary in Rikers Island. That's how I know.
With that rainbow hair.
Boy, he will snitch on himself
Yeah.
if that was gonna get him out of prison.
Yeah,
He would say,
right.
"You remember that Snickers back in 2004? I'm sorry."
Yeah, I didn't see the specific moment when they bring up Cardi B in general for him to be like, oh yeah, Cardi B did
I
this
wish
or
I had it
that.
for you, but on the transcript,
Yeah.
his defense attorney poses that question to him, and he's like, or she's like, "Did you know that Cardi B was a part of the 9 Trey gangs?"
Oh, and he said
and
yes.
he just says yes.
He says yes.
And then he was like, they also asked him, "Did you think that joining the gangsters would make your career higher or better?"
He said yeah.
What was
He
your
said-
role? What was your role as a 9 Trey
All
gangster?
he had to do was like give them money and
All
stuff.
he needed to do was provide them finances.
Yeah.
That's it. He was like, keep the, yo, chill out.
What is
bro.
this? Tekashi 6ix9ine testifies that Justin Trudeau is the leader of the 9 Trey Blood Gang. Yo, that's like a big
That's reckless. That's reckless.
Lacey sent me the funniest one. Fucking hilarious, bro. It's
Well,
like
yeah.
the one. It's like it's a Game of Thrones reference where it's like
Oh,
Jon Snow
the
was
Sansa
like,
one?
"Will you not tell anybody that I'm what is it?" See, that's how you know I forgot about Game of Thrones, bro.
Don't
Jon
tell-
Snow's
he was a
"Don't tell."
Targaryen.
He's like, "Don't tell anybody I'm a Targaryen." Sansa's like with this picture. It's
Yeah.
like Sansa with like the
With
hair.
the hair. But no, what he said in court, right? It was like, when asked if the motivation behind his testimony was to help the government or was it to increase the likelihood of him receiving a lighter sentence, he goes, little bit of both. Are you dead ass? And you think when you get out of jail, you're gonna have somebody to feature you
Hell no.
on a record?
Hell no.
Bro, it's gonna
How
be.
many days do you give Takashi before he gets fucking killed?
Wait,
As
outside
soon
or
as he
inside?
As soon as he gets out of jail. As soon as. Oh, that's what he was saying.
Nicki
right? That's
Minaj gave us
Stop.
foreshadowing. She said, Draco got that kickback when they kick back. You can't get your shit back.
But remember how Tekashi said like, yo, the people that are in prison, the
Mm-hmm.
members are at a higher level than the people that are outside of prison.
Mm-hmm.
So if he's going to prison, we know he's going to prison. Oh, we know he's going to prison.
He's probably
for
gonna go
at
to prison.
least 20 years, at least 15 years, right? You know, do you think he's going to get killed in jail? God forbid. I don't want
think
to talk
he's
about
gonna
somebody
kill-
getting killed.
I don't know if he's gonna get
but,
killed
like,
in jail. I think he's gonna be sucking a lot of dick though.
You don't think?
I think he's gonna be sucking wild dick.
You
Like,
think
I'm
he's gonna be
sorry.
sucking? I thought they would
I
just
believe it.
He's
jump
gonna
out
be
and kill
sucking
him.
wild dick.
Just to get that 47 years off is like,
Sucking wild dick.
He'll suck a dick for it.
He'll suck a dick.
For real, for real.
He'll suck a dick. He'll definitely suck a dick.
But he's not sucking dick to like lower his
I know,
sentence.
not
He's
lower
just
his
sucking dick
sentence,
to
like-
make the time
No, he's
pass.
sucking dick to
No,
not
not-
get killed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Right,
and
right,
to
right,
make
They-
the time pass.
That's why he's snitching.
But I'm
Because
saying-
witness protection. 'cause
Hold it
he
closer.
knows-
Hold it
Lacey.
closer. Hold it closer.
He knows
Lacey.
if he goes into prison, he's going to get killed.
Lacey.
Absolutely.
You could be a 57-year-old white woman named Becky in South Dakota. Once you see that 6ix9ine on your head, on his head, you're like, ain't that the nigga that went Draco
Yeah,
got
but
that
they're
kickback where they
gonna
kick
take
back?
skin from his ass and graft it on his face.
But the thing
How much
is,
skin you got on your ass, Hamza?
oh,
I
God.
don't know.
How much skin you got
I
on your
mean-
ass? This man has 6ix9ine tattooed from his wrist to his butthole.
On his face.
Like literally.
He has 6ix9ine
That's
tattooed on
facts.
his face.
Please,
facts.
Stop
please.
it. We're talking about the tattoos. What about the hair? How long is it gonna take for the hair dye
Well, no.
to go off?
The hair
a
guy's
little
gone.
foundation can't fix.
Nothing.
A little
A little
contouring.
foundation.
He shaves the head.
Imagine-
They will find a way.
You think 99% of his conversation is gonna be foundation for him to cover up his
There's
face?
no
tattoos?
makeup. There's no
Get ready
makeup in
with
jail.
bugging.
There's no makeup in
I'm
jail.
saying when he gets out.
Yeah.
Oh. No. But
Imagine you work it right. You work your shop right.
you think
right?
the feds are gonna help him with that though?
Listen. Imagine you work your shop right.
Joe Biden's gonna hire you.
You work your shop right. My boy comes in. He goes.
I need more drinks.
He goes. Hi. My name's Daniel. He got the foundation all over his face.
Hi, my name is Daniel Hernandez.
Hi, my name's Daniel. I have experience
I'm done.
in trapping and
done.
moving weight.
He's
I'm done.
snitching on the kids stealing chocolate.
Deadass.
All right, guys, let's end it right here. Okay. You don't have to give the whole fucking 9. Oh God.
The whole
About
9?
Yeah, about like the whole. Oh, that was a pun. Yeah.
The whole 6'9"?
No,
Sure
the
way.
whole 9 about like you can follow us on SoundCloud,
Yeah, you
YouTube,
can.
Spotify, iTunes. What else we got? Twitter. All Bickering Brothers Podcast.
Yep.
Okay, it's consistent. We keep it consistent for y'all. You can follow us on that. Personals, you guys don't have to worry about my personal, but
You
can
already
follow-
know it's at SO_SEPHUSTICATED. You already know. Y'all thought I was going to end another episode without saying my full at? Y'all got me fucked up. That shit going to pop up right here. You know. Choo!
All right. Anyways, so you know what? From now on, I'm not even gonna fucking care about what he does. Anyways, so yeah, you can follow us on all social media platforms, especially YouTube. Obviously, you guys are watching this on YouTube. Stay tuned for episode 4. Okay, we are the Bickering Brothers. We are analytical assholes, and we give you unfiltered opinions. My name is Akhil.
And it's your boy Cephus.
We hope you stay tuned for the next episode.
We out.
Peace out.
Peace.